So Paul, it's been nearly 12 months since we caught up in this fashion. I know we talk a lot, but since we caught up like this, and probably fair to say 2020 has not been the year that any of us anticipated.
No.
How is it? How is business at Lake District Audi these days from a team point of view?
I think probably from a team perspective, I think things are going extremely well under the circumstances. Now that's for the team and the team members who are back at work and the team members who are still on furlough, and we anticipate people being on furlough probably right until the point where furlough ends. So our plan when we came back from COVID lockdown was to slowly build the team as customer demand was present, and I think the team have done extraordinarily well. So I mean, really, Hadwin's is built on its team and its team loyalty and its tenacity, and it's never been more tested, I think, in these current times.
And everyone's safe and well, aren't they? From a health point of view.
Everybody's safe and well, yeah, and I think that is a really important part of our initial plan. When we reopened, we put in place social distancing measures. And that was for customers primarily and staff, to keep customers and staff safe, and that has worked really well. And even when the government reduced that social distancing to 1 metre plus, we think 2 metres is right. We've got an open, clearly defined space where we're keeping our team and our customers safe.
And how many customers are you seeing? I'm aware that there was an awful lot of digital activity, a lot of online activity during lockdown to try and keep messages from the business out there. Are you seeing as many customers as you expected to? Are you seeing less? Is it about the same?
Well, I think with your help, one of our plans through lockdown was to keep that digital communication open. So hopefully our customers recognised that our dialogue was keeping on going, and we used digital channels to speak to our customers and our team, and I would say that's been working really well. I mean, as we discussed, we've seen record levels of social engagement. Over 5,000 people engage with us socially on a regular basis. We've had record levels of website visits, viewing all aspects of our offer, from new cars, used cars, and after sales. And that meant that when we came back after lockdown, we had a huge wealth of inquiry to deal with, and as a result of that, I think somewhat surprisingly, we're in a position where used car sales have been incredibly strong, new car inquiries are high, and our after sales business has been extremely busy, and I think there are a variety of reasons for that. I think our customer loyalty is one of them. The pent-up demand that we had through lockdown for service and MOT. The industry recognised that perhaps people weren't going to use public transport as much, and therefore wanted to buy a used car. All of these things are translating into a period for us which has been surprisingly busy, and that would appear to continue as we look towards the September market. So I am delighted with how busy things have been. We are particularly appreciative of our loyal customer base, but we can't be complacent. And whilst we are optimistic, we do still remain cautious.
And another busy period ahead. You just touched on it there. September is 70 plate this September. We got lots of cars in stock. I know there was issues at the factory with supply, but have you got physical cars if the customer wanted to take a brand new one September market, or is there a little bit of a lead time on them, or how does that sit?
There is for the last 2 years, supply has been very challenging, and this year is better. Despite factory closures with COVID, the supply of cars is much better, and there are good levels of stock from A1s to Q8s. There is good levels of stock. Factory lead times are somewhat protracted, so if a customer was factory ordering now, we probably wouldn't see the car until the end of the year. But as we move towards September, and the 70 plate, I think we've got a good selection of cars for customers to choose from.
So kind of just to conclude, then, it definitely hasn't been the 50th anniversary year that we predicted.
No, it hasn't.
But memorable, definitely memorable.
It has. I mean, we're sitting here talking from Hadwin's house. This is the site that we've added to the buildings that we discussed about this time last year. So we have improved facilities and an improved offer and an opportunity to celebrate all that with our 50th anniversary. So yeah, I think the current climate has just postponed that somewhat, but we will be talking to our customers and inviting them to a celebration, and that's something we'll be talking about and sharing as the COVID-19 restrictions lift.
So there's still plenty to look forward to, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Thanks for your time.